Get out.
Video sales letters and why you need one. This isn't like any other thing that you've seen before. So if I was you, I'd be grabbing a pen and paper so that you can get some good information that you can use in your business straight away. Video sales letters and why you need one. Why you want a video sales letter? Once you've recorded a video sales letter, whether you're asleep, whether you're at work, whether you're driving your car, that video sales letter is going to work for you. If you set it up on Facebook, on your website, on YouTube, a web like Wistia, if you set it up, it's automatically working for you, automatically getting you sales even when you're not there. Think about a video sales letter or a video letter. Sort of like having an employee who always turns up and never ever ever calls in sick. It's not like that lazy employee who, when you're out of your shop or not working on your website or when it's your day off, isn't going to do everything that you would do if you were in there. Your video sales letter will show up and it'll do the same job day in, day out. Doesn't get sick, doesn't get tired. Video sales letters are the future. And think of your video sales letter as the best salesman in the world. You can structure it so that it's perfect. You can pitch the perfect sales presentation no matter what time of the day it is, no matter what time of the year it is. Make sure that it's honed in 100% so that everybody who hits your page, hits your Facebook, hits your YouTube channel, hits your business website, knows what you're about, what you're selling, what you have to offer, which will maximize your ability to make sales, grow your business. It's very professional. Video sales letter or video letters come across as being very professional. And the reason that is because people still see a video or ads that are on TV as being a premium. They have a lot of trust in that sort of media. And when you move that across into any video format, you're automatically getting trust from people, which is fantastic. Also, something cool about video letters is for the first time in history, you can target just about anyone that you want, any audience, any customer, any age, any demographic, anything like that. You can target them specifically for the first time in history. Just like I said, you can target just about anyone. Demographic, income, interest, age, female. So if you want someone who earns over 100 grand a year, or maybe someone who earns 50 grand a year, maybe you want someone who owns 2 houses, 3 houses, 1 house, rents, you can target that specific person. You can target someone by interest. Do they like walking their dog? Do they like fishing? Do they like camping? Do they like movies? Do they like reading? Do they like accounting? Do they like spreadsheets? Whatever you want, for the first time in history, you can target that specific person. What about age? You can target anyone you want. You could target a 65-year-old lady who lives alone, has a dog, and rents a unit. You could also target a 65-year-old lady who is very affluent, has $1 million income a year, owns multiple houses. You could target that person if you wanted to, so that you're hitting the right demographic to sell the goods and services that you're trying to sell. Female, male, definitely target the easy ones. Whether they have children, whether they don't have children, all these things you can target in. Maybe you want someone who's got pets. You can target any customer, and your customers are out there and you can find them. Which is really, really cool. And I think that once you grasp that, think about all the times that you could have been talking to the wrong person. You waste your time with prospects who aren't really prospects. They're suspects. Imagine if you could just focus 100% on a true prospect and really deliver something that they're actually after and actually in the market for, so you're not wasting your time or their time. Here's a couple of stats just to sort of give you some information. So this is from techcrunch.com. Absolutely awesome website. If you haven't checked it out, there's a lot of great information in there. So I advise that you check out TechCrunch. Facebook hits 100 million hours of video watched a day. 8 billion users on groups, 80 million on Facebook Lite. So think about that. Just think about those numbers. People are watching video. They're engaged in video. Get on the front foot with this. No matter what the size of it is, no matter what you're trying to target, it is one of the most cost-effective ways to market your business at the moment. It's dirt cheap. You can hit whoever you want, and you can hit them at the right time. You can make sure that you're getting the sales that you need and you're hitting the right people that you want to sell to. Here's some other cool stats about YouTube. Over 1 billion users, almost a third of all people on the internet, and everyday people watch hundreds of millions of hours of YouTube and generate millions of views. YouTube overall, even YouTube on mobile alone, reaches 18 to 49-year-olds than cable TV. So more people watch YouTube than watch cable TV, which is pretty cool. Okay. The number of hours people spend watching videos, aka watch time, so that's the total time that someone actually clicks on a video on YouTube and watches it, is up to 60%. The fastest growth you've seen in 2 years. So imagine if, for example, when you're channel surfing on your normal TV, if you're only watching 60% of a show and turning it off, you don't do that. Usually if you hit a show you don't like, you're off it straight away. But what this is saying is that people spend hours and hours at a time watching 60% of a video before they turn it off, which is great news for some of the things that I'll show you down the track, is making sure that any of the major content that you really want to draw the people in is in that first 60% of that video so that you can really get your message across. So therefore, it doesn't really matter if they drop off halfway or towards the end, because you've already hit them with your message, you've already branded them, you've already offered them that offer that you want to hit them with. Like I just mentioned before, get in front of the exact custom audience that you want to do. It's cheap as a chip, so I'm talking probably 1 to 2 cents a view. That's a view. YouTube has this really cool thing now where unless someone's watched a certain percentage of your video, it doesn't count as a view as well. So it's actually more than that. No more guessing. Target in on the people that you actually want to be selling to. No fluff, no rubbish, no wasted time. So let's have a look at some of the videos that you might want to create. Now, your standard video ad that you see is a branding video. They build trust, they build visibility, and they give basic information like this hairdresser is on this corner on this street. That sort of basic information. Doesn't really drive much, and if you're a small business, I wouldn't recommend a branding video, but if you're looking to build trust, so if you're in the financial industry or something like that and you're a small business, then yes, definitely a branding video is probably the way to go for you in some aspect. But branding videos for me personally are mostly for people or bigger companies who just want to get their image out there so that people have some recollection for them. People who really focus on branding, for example, Apple, Coca-Cola, Cadbury chocolate, Mars bar, Red Bull. These guys focus typically on branding so that when you're standing in that environment and you're looking to buy a soft drink, you get a good feeling about Red Bull, so you buy it. That's what branding videos do, but for small businesses, you probably don't really want to focus that much on a branding video, although they are very effective. Opt-in or action-orientated video. Now these are some of my most favourite videos because they actually get a reaction out of a customer that you're getting. This will help you drive traffic into your business, whether it's brick and mortar business, whether it's a website, whether it's a Facebook page, whether it's a social gathering or a group. An opt-in video or an action-orientated video. So basically what you do is you're probably offering something to get the person's information, phone number or email address so that you can follow up and market them. Great for financial, great for personal trainers, great for chiropractors, just great for just about any business where you can offer someone some sort of information as sort of a bribe to get their phone number, information or email address. Number one thing, it takes about 7 points of contact to get someone to actually buy. So this sort of video that has an action-orientated thing allows you to phone them, email them, hit them with another video to really get that 7 points of contact to get them through the process and into sales. So I would really recommend an opt-in action-orientated video. You need to know this sort of stuff before you build your video so you know what you're targeting. Are you going to build a branded video and just let people know who you are and where you are and what you're about? Or are you going to build an action-orientated video that sort of drives people to actually make contact with you and actually helps you get clients versus you needing to go out and get them? So your offer has to be pretty good so that the person's willing to give up some information. But once you have it, in a cool way, make sure you have something awesome to give back to them. You can follow up with them, which is really awesome. If you want to create a branding or basic information video, you will need to follow a basic formula no matter what video you're creating. Here's some of the formulas that I use, and one of them comes from a great teacher and one of an absolute legend. You should check out his stuff. His name's Dan Kendi. If you haven't heard of him, definitely check out his stuff. It's pretty awesome. One of the formulas he uses when he's creating ads in print, video, radio, whatever he does. This guy's an absolute genius at what he does. One of the major formulas that he uses is pretty simple. Problem, agitate, solve. And then obviously I like to add something to the end, which is have a clear action. So what that means, let's just say you own a car wash. Okay, the problem, you need to wash your car. Okay, maybe you don't have time to wash your car, maybe you don't have the space to wash your car. So what you want to do is really agitate that in the customer's mind in your video. You want to say, Jim's car wash, hey, do you need your car washed? Do you not have the time? Do you not have the space? Do you not want to use the water? Is it convenient? We'll wash your car while you're at the shopping centre. All that sort of stuff. Agitate the problem for why it's tricky. It's a little bit hard with car washing, but you can get it done. And then solve the problem. And here's an example. At Jim's car wash, we'll wash your car while you do your shopping or while you're at work, at location or call. So, pretty simple. Find a problem that your customer has, agitate it to build interest, then solve the problem with your service or your product. Pretty simple, and at last but not least, tell them how they can actually get it. Tell them where you are. Tell them what your website is. Whatever you need to do to drive the action. Even though the other video was an action video, so like I said before, if you're not using an opt-in or action video, you're absolutely crazy. It is the best way and premium way to drive leads into your business. No matter what your business is, you should be using action or opt-in videos. Some of the other videos that you might like are just basic promotional videos like, hey, come down and get your shoes repaired and get the second pair free. Or buy one, get one free. That's a sort of a promotional video that you might have. Hey, we've got 50% off all fishing rods and reels. That's a promotional video. That'll drive some traffic for you, hopefully get you some calls and get you some sales. The hidden testimonial video, or proof. So what people do with this is sometimes they'll say, hey, I'm a chiropractor. I just want you to hear from some of my customers. And then rather than doing a full video, what they'll have is the customers on there saying, hey, I had a really bad back, and then I went to Jenny's chiropractor service, and now all of a sudden my back's really good, and I'm back to running and doing yoga and all this sort of stuff. And basically, it solves two things. It shows a bit of social proof that yes, this person already has customers, and number two, it also shows a testimonial. It shows a little bit of proof that you've already had a customer, and it also shows, yeah. The other type of video that you can do is a feel, felt, found video. So, for example, I used to feel out of control and worried that I may pass away and not leave my kids anything. That is until I went to Jim Bob's solicitor and I found out how I could have a will set up, my personal insurance set up, so that I didn't have to worry that my family was looked after. So that would be an example of feel, felt, found. Just shooting from the hip, so it's a little bit of a bad example. The best formula that I like to use for action or opt-in video is the formula of IDA. I'm pretty sure it was Joseph Sugarman who created this, another absolute legend, and if you haven't read any of Joseph Sugarman's books, definitely grab some. But basically what IDA is action, interest, decision, and action. It's actually attention, interest, decision, and action. Bit of a typo. So we'll use the car wash scenario again. So attention, busy person who loves having their car cleaned. That'd be the headline or something like that. You do a lot of work with that headline to make it better, but interest. Do you like having your car that shines in the sun, have a new car smell on the inside without having to do it yourself? So you're building a bit of interest in the customer to show them what you can deliver and what you can do. Desire. That's how you get them across the lines. This is where I just pop in a little bit of an offer. So get a free vacuum or air freshener with every clean. So the person, and then you give an actual value for maybe the vacuum clean. So maybe it's $5 to have your car vacuumed, but you're going to wipe that fee off. And then of course, the thing that most people leave out of every video, every bit of ad copy or whatever, is the action part of it. And basically what you want to do in the action part, to collect a visit, to collect or to get your coupon, visit our place of business, and then you just say where you're at, basically. So I really find that is the best formula. So attention, interest, desire, and action. The IDA formula is really awesome no matter what you're doing, whether it's in print, whether it's in video. Definitely use it if you can do that. And the problem, agitate and solve. If you can just put those in your video or your ads, you're going to be going miles and leaps ahead of your competition. You can leave them in the dust. A couple of other hot tips for creating videos. You got to remember that people are bombarded all the time with ads and radio, video, all the time. On Facebook, they're going to see 50 different videos. YouTube, 50 different videos. On the radio on their way home from work, they're going to see 50 different videos. Or hear 50 different radio messages. They get bombarded. So you need to be that voice that cuts through. And sometimes it's really cool to do a pattern interrupt in the first 10 seconds of any advertisement, especially if it's video, just to sort of snap someone out of their way of thinking. You can do this either by being funny, without being stupid, a ridiculous offer that is absolutely awesome, or simply by saying attention and calling out the specific person that you want to target. Attention single mothers, attention dog lovers, attention runners, attention fishermen, attention teachers. Really call it out in the first 10 seconds. Just that person goes, oh, I'm that person. and then they'll be more engaged and willing to listen to you. You can do it also by showing a funny picture straight away. If you're in a financial services and 10 seconds into your video, you show a really funny video of a cat or a snapshot of a funny cat or a dog or someone doing something silly. It just snaps people out of their trance that they're in during the day and really helps them dive into your video. Really cool tip that you can use to really get them in. You get them in and then you get them into a snowball effect. Make sure at the end of every single video that you create, you always have an action or something that they can do to get in contact with you or to visit your place of business or your website or whatever. Always have something in the background ready to go. Also, when you're writing your video, it's always good to sort of have a basic idea of who your customer is. If you've been in business for a long time, I would hope that you've actually taken the time to sort of know who your customer is. So you would want to know their sex, their age, mother, father, business person, business owner, works for someone else, is a solicitor, is an accountant, is a chiropractor, is a doctor, is a personal trainer, works in retail, is a hairdresser. The list goes on and on. What sort of person is this person? You should know basically who they are. And I imagine if you've been in business, you would. Maybe you have and you haven't. Well, then this is a really good exercise to really target in and know who you're after. Maybe the person's a dog owner. Are they a car owner? What do they like? Do they read books? Do they read magazines? What videos? What movies do they like? Know who you're dealing with. And really, rather than try and target a broad range, really just try and think of someone that you know that would match your basic customer. Maybe you've got a really good customer that comes in and just sort of break that person down and go, who is this person? What movies they like? What car do they drive? You know, how old are they? What's their average size of their family? Do they have a dog? Really try and write and design your video ad for that one person. Also, something good to think about in your videos is making sure that you have the right tone and the language to use. So, for example, you might want to use a different tone from when you're dealing with mechanics in your videos or people who want their car fixed to people who are after financial services or insurance or medical services like a chiropractor. You might be able to get away with some more funny sort of stuff when you're trying to, get across to people who want their car fixed. But if someone's after a health care professional, the tone and the language that you would use would be completely different and would need to be, more sophisticated, I guess you would say. And just making sure that you really control the tone of your voice in the video to show someone, yeah, I'm really excited about this is really awesome, to, a bit more serious, a little bit slower. Really understand that the voice and the audio part of your video is just as crucial as any other part. Video types. So we've gone through the goal of your video, whether it's an opt-in video, whether it's a branding video, whether it's an action-orientated video, whether it's an offer or a promotional video. But you need to decide what type of video you want to make. So a live action video is like you standing in front of a camera saying, this is what I offer, this is what I do, this is what I sell, and really going through it. Live action videos aren't for everyone, and I'd advise, if you haven't really done one before, you can come across a little bit awkward. So just, if you don't feel comfortable standing in front of a camera, don't do them. They are very good for building trust though. However, especially if you are a personal trainer or something and you're showing some people some stuff to prove that you know what you're doing, then definitely live action video is a very good way to go. Another type of video is a screen record, which is basically what I'm doing here. I've just got a slideshow, I'm just talking straight to the screen, just taking you through everything that we're doing. It's a really good way to go about your business, and you can show some cool graphics to keep the person engaged, and it's also good because you sort of remember what you're talking about throughout. Sometimes when you go in live action, you might be reading off a teleprompter, or you have your best mate handing you some cards and you're trying to read, but you're trying to look like you're not reading. So definitely screen records are pretty cool. Explainer videos, these are super, super awesome, and I would really recommend that try out an explainer video. There's some great software out there at the moment that will show you how to do explainer videos. It will show you the script and everything like that. But explainer videos are really cool because they're very engaging. Like I was speaking about the pattern interrupts, that's what explainer videos sort of do. Because they catch people off guard, but they still deliver the information in a cool way. So how do you make the video? Okay, so if it's live action, you could pretty much, you could hire someone to shoot it, have a major set, spend a lot of money on it, make it look really awesome. And if you've got that in your budget and you know someone who can make really awesome videos, then go after it and make a live action video. Screen recording software, Camtasia is a good one. If you've got a Mac, you can download 1,000 different apps. You can use anything from Google Drive has a spreadsheet presentation software. Microsoft has its own presentation software. There's 1,000 different PowerPoint presentation style things that you can use, and then just use Camtasia or something and record it, like what I've done here. Video explainer software. There's some great video explainer software where you can actually, create an animation video, have someone writing it on there, drawing pictures for you really fast, which you've probably seen some of those videos, and they're pretty cool and people really love them and they're really engaging. You could outsource the whole process. You could hire an actor to read for you. You could get someone to shoot the video for you, get someone to speak on the video for you, get someone to even write the ad for you. I would recommend that if you follow the formulas, especially some of the ones we've talked about in this video, you could do your own video and it wouldn't be a big drama. Explain a video, same thing. You can outsource it or you can create it. And I'll show you at the end of this video how you could go about doing it. And I can take you through the whole process of creating all these different types of videos, or just focusing on one and showing you the mechanics of how to do it all as well. But they're just a couple of videos that you could go about making. Hosting your video. So let's say you've built your video, you've scripted it, you know your target audience, you know all that sort of thing. How are you going to host it? There's multiple options. YouTube, it's a free one. It's very good. You can pick your audience, everything on there. Wistia, great for websites. Means you won't have ads running over the top of your video when you're trying to advertise your brand or product, which is really awesome. It's super easy to use too, Wistia. You pretty much just upload it straight on there. Then you grab an embed code and you can just chuck it on there. Simple stuff that I can show you. It's very easy. Facebook, really awesome. They've jumped into the video game, as you would know now, and they are really starting to go toe-to-toe with YouTube. Once again, you can load it up on there, pick your audience, target who you want. A couple of other special mentions is Amazon, a bit more advanced, but definitely, yeah, you could use Amazon if you wanted to. SEO in your video. Now, to really go into detail with this, I'd need another 5 hours, which I can go through and I could show you later on. I can show you how you'll be able to get access to that sort of information, but basically SEO in your video will just allow you to get in front of some free traffic. So you create a video, great. Create it for the specific person, great. Create a brilliant message for your video, awesome. The problem is if no one sees it, you're hosed from the beginning. So SEO allows you to optimize it for search engines. So when people are searching for nearest bakery in Cundletown, you'll come up first, or your video will come up first, or anything like that. You want to be able to see how your video with keywords, meta tags, description, using Google Analytics, webmaster tools, all that sort of stuff to make sure that you're SEOing your video 100%, getting backlinks, getting social shares, all the stuff that's going to boost you up in the Google ranking, so that when someone types in to search for a specific thing, you're the first one there, you're the one that people click on to visit. but I can go into that in a later detail. Okay, so you can do the search engine thing, which takes a lot of time, or quite simply, you can pay for traffic. And there is enough traffic out there for everyone. No matter what business you're in, you can get traffic for your website, for your business, for your video to really drive some customers into your business. Some of these options are Facebook, probably the big gun at the moment because of how specific you can get with your customer demographic and the people that you're choosing. YouTube, another awesome one. You can really hone in and target people based on their interests, and you can really target them with YouTube. Because if you can figure out what people are interested in, you can get in front of them and you can own their interest and get them into your business. Like I said, you can SEO your chosen audience, make sure you're in front of the right places. Google, we all know how good Google is. Searching for, you can time it up so you can pay an ad to be in a specific key code, a specific keyword. So, best mushroom pie in Adelaide, and you could be the first person on Google search for that. Your bakery could be that bakery if you wanted it to be. Another way to get traffic is email. If you collect emails on your website, which everyone should be doing, you can drive people to your video, showing people what you have on offer, showing them what promotions you have, building trust with a branding video. Really drive them to it using email. I'd highly recommend, if you're not doing that you figure that out and get some email opt-ins happening for your business. And that's pretty much it. Hey, hope you enjoyed our video from Social Video Code. Please follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and like us on Facebook so you can see more. Have a great day.